What is your American dream?
My American dream. Wow. Piece of the pie. Definitely expanding our business, corporation, making it worldwide.
I've experienced so many stories of immigrants coming in, and I want to see everyone have the same opportunity to achieve their dream equally, no matter what demographic background they come from.
My American dream is I hope that one day we can actually live up to our pledge and have liberty and justice for everyone in America. Because America is supposed to be the melting pot and the safe haven for immigrants that migrate over here.
My American dream is for people and animals to come together in unity and peace, honestly.
The whole idea of the American dream is that I have the ability and option to decide what I want my dream to be. And for me, that's what American dream is all about.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is Hump Day. My name is Brad Bernstein. This is Brad Show Live. This is Wednesday. This is July 22nd. And this is Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, and Vanessa. Ness-quick,
What's up?
Contreras, both with new looks today. What's up?
New looks?
You both have a new look today.
Yeah.
What's up?
What?
Vanessa certainly looking beautiful, always beautiful, but new look and beautiful. What's going on? What a
Transformation Tuesday. We took the show, we were off the show yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a comeback of the comebacks.
Transformation
Go
Tuesday.
blind.
There's Fuzzy Mondays. We don't have anything for Tuesday. Hump Day Wednesday, right? Wacky World News Thursday, Friday. We never had anything for Tuesday, so let's make it Transformation Tuesday, right?
There we go.
And what's your excuse for Transformation Tuesday? You look good and handsome and like you got a haircut.
You're glowing.
I appreciate glowing. I actually wait. Today's Wednesday though, isn't it?
Yes, but yesterday she was a transformation.
Got you. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, I transformed today, so.
You transformed today.
Yeah.
Right. You went into like a transformer, like a car or something.
Yeah, no, it's an actual machine that I have here, and I literally just like step in, and then I come out, and I look like this.
I'm gonna tell you something. You both look. I'm gonna tell you something. You both are both very good-looking people, but today you look marvelous, both of you. I don't.
Brad.
Know. All right.
Brad.
I can't say enough how handsome and beautiful you look.
But look how you looking though. Look how you looking. We gotta
he's acting like that's
compete
not a
with
fresh
you.
shave. I see him.
Fresh suit.
You
You looking like you got a haircut and stuff. Fresh shave.
I did, but at my age, you can only do so much. I mean, you guys got it together. Let's say hello to the squad, though. We got to say hello to the squad. We started late today, so we need to catch up fast. Jessica Levy, Joel Reed, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, Marge Higgs, Cher Blessed, highly favored parents, squad up Deion Watson, Lisa Bling Rose, saying squad up Uncle Brad, Dr. Yo-Yo, and Vanessa, Christy Consali, how are you? And Dawn Parchment saying squad up family. Who else we got here? Elizabeth Brown Walker, squad up Myrtle Ray. Lisa Bling saying she can't hear, but hopefully she got that straightened out right now. Candy Cotton. Unlike cotton candy, this is Candy Cotton has a question. We will get to Candy Cotton a little bit. If her name was Cotton Candy, I may have stopped the show because I like cotton candy. I may have stopped the show and answered it right there on the spot. But this is Candy Cotton. Make sure we answer her question in the social media check-in. Hernandez Sammy, how are you? I think I said Myrtle Ray. Elizabeth Francis saying you are all looking great. And I'm going to tell you something, Elizabeth Francis. I'm not sure how you're looking today because we don't see you, but I got to assume you're looking great too, right? Jordan Samuels, squad up on YouTube. Felina Abwell, Tally, squad up. Tracy Lacey, Dominic Smith. Hello, show not starting. Wrong, show starting. We were just late. Maria Maldonado, I'm waiting patiently. You finally got us. And Vanessa Contreras with a big capital Hey squad yelling it out. Deanna Haji, squad up. Cordella Douglas, I hope you're feeling better, Cordella. And Jody Ann Samuels, Alberto Cardoso saying God bless you. And that's all the squad I have for today. We got to race through this. We have so much to do because it's Hump Day, and we got to answer questions. People are already on hold.
Oh, yeah.
There's Sandra from San Antonio who's been on hold for 30 minutes. So she's got she's got a burning question. So we got to get through our schmooze, our Hump Day. We got to get to answering immigration questions, social media check-in. We got Vanessa.
We got this, squad.
By the way, we have Vanessa later on in the show, and she is at the Mr. Organization pageant. The Mr. Organization pageant with a bunch of handsome men right here on Hump Day, right? Remember that one?
So hang on tight, ladies.
Hang on tight, that's right. So why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I stretch and get ready for some schmoozing?
Absolutely. All right, first things first, everybody on Facebook. I need you guys, oh no, this is actually Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, anything. I need you guys to join the VIP Facebook fan page. That right there gives you incentives. You guys can actually put in your social media questions anytime throughout the day, and we will ask the first 5 no matter what time you guys put it in before social media check-in. For any of them that put it in during the show, we will ask those first 5 first. So make sure you guys join that Facebook fan page. Now for Facebook, I need everybody to please share. Also say what's up to my dad. Papito is watching. Big fan, my dad. Woo! My dad, Papito.
Can I make a public service announcement? I'm sorry to interrupt you because you were on a roll, but I have a public service announcement. Where is it now? I lost it. Who said this? I now lost my Kadian Adikoya. Uncle Brad, we need more volume. So now I gotta go to Julian the TriCaster guy. We need more volume, Julian the TriCaster guy. Otherwise, we will yell the entire show so that, who said this? Kadian can hear us. Back to you, Yo-Yo.
All right. So now everybody on Facebook, I need you guys to share just like I did to my dad and my family. All you have to do is click the little arrow that says share and share to anybody's page. You could share it to inbox. You could also share it to a group. But most importantly, like I did, like I said, copy the link and share it in a text message. All right. You could share it in WhatsApp, Viper, text, whatever you want. So you could copy the link. You could also click on the little arrow. Now, also, you also have to put all your comments and your questions in the comment section right now. Okay. The beginning of the show. So we need to put it in right now so we can make sure that we can ask those questions. All right. Now, Vanessa, what are we going to do on YouTube?
Thanks, Yo-Yo. So on YouTube, friends, if you have not already, you should already be subscribed to our YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when Brad's show live is on every day, Monday through Friday. You can also share via YouTube and go ahead and slide into someone's text message, just like Yo-Yo said. Share this on any other platform that you have, friends. We have so much value, so much knowledge to share here every day as a community. We're getting together. Brad is answering your immigration questions, and there's so many more people for us to help, friends. And it is up to you guys to help us get this information out. So make sure that you're sharing via YouTube, and you can also find us on Instagram at Brad Show Live. Make sure you're following us there, where we offer a ton of incentives and the best snippets of our show, where we are currently offering a free consultation with Brad, friends. All you have to do is find the Dancing Brad post, where we are offering a $200 consultation absolutely free. All you have to do is find that post, like the post, tag 5 friends. Again, this is all about sharing, guys. We have Brad here sharing all his knowledge with you. So all you have to do is share it with your friends and family. Tons of incentives, so much knowledge, so many questions answered every day. So please be a part of that. It's time to get to our first segment. Let's get to schmoozing with Brad.
All right, in a little bit, we are going to pull the winner of the free immigration consultation. But first, Yonathan and Vanessa, a dead man who was a sex trafficker, is leading our schmooze for the day. Jeffrey Epstein. President Trump, I don't know if you saw, he started his coronavirus task force. And in the middle of his coronavirus task force
interview,
I guess press conference, he wished Ghislaine Maxwell, who is the girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein, he wished her very well as she faces charges for recruiting, grooming, and sexually abusing minors as young as 14 years as the alleged accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire sex trafficker. He said this during the press briefing on the pandemic. I'm going to quote Trump. I just wish her well, frankly. Trump acknowledged that he met Maxwell numerous times over the years, but said he has not been following the case. Wink, wink. Of course he doesn't follow the case. He never puts on the television, this guy. Maxwell, he watches it every day. Maxwell is charged with, and I'm sure he gets the inside scoop from the U.S. attorney, too. Maxwell is charged with enticement and conspiracy to entice minors to travel, to engage in illegal sex acts, transportation, and conspiracy to transport minors with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. Now, if you are in the New York area, as I am reading this, the man upstairs is very angry about all of this because he just let out a huge, I don't know if you heard this, huge thunder and lightning just as we started saying this. Is that coincidence?
I'm over here.
I mean, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I mentioned Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and all of a sudden the sky's going kaboom. Now, she was denied.
Yeah, that's how you know there's evil.
That's right. She was
denied. There's evil in those two.
That's right. All right. She was denied bail last week. A federal judge said Maxwell's significant financial resources, international ties, and extraordinary capacity to avoid detection made her a flight risk. Nobody knew where she was for several years, and she was hiding up in New Hampshire in a home she bought under a fake name. Now, what do you think? Why would Donald Trump, out of nowhere, wish a woman well who has been documented in the Netflix series, and of course on multiple news accounts, and by testimony by hundreds of people, to sex traffic for Jeffrey Epstein and engage in sexual activity with Jeffrey Epstein with little girls, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Promised them $100, $50, and then all of a sudden,
so crazy.
And by the way, you know who is the next door neighbor to Mar-a-Lago? You watched the series. The next door neighbor, to Mar-a-Lago, is Jeffrey Epstein. The estate, Jeffrey Epstein's estate, bordered the property line of Mar-a-Lago. So Trump knew Epstein, knew Ghislaine. They were neighbors, literally next door. And this was even before Trump opened up Mar-a-Lago as a club. It's Ghislaine. I'm calling her Ghislaine. I don't know why, but it's Ghislaine. So my apologies. Really? I don't know how it's pronounced, but Ghislaine Maxwell.
It's spelled like
but
it's spelled that. I was
Ghislaine.
pronouncing it that way.
It's spelled Ghislaine. Maybe
listen, Brad.
Maybe because it's Hump Day. I don't know. I said Ghislaine. I have
it's
no
Hump
idea.
Day.
So,
not because of jizz.
So what do you think? So what do you think? Why would he say this out of nowhere? What is he trying to do here?
Him wish.
I don't. No, go ahead, Yo-Yo, because that was so wild to me when I saw that press conference.
Yeah,
with him wishing her well, I think that was a total mistake. I don't think his PR would have wanted him to actually say that. He needs to just learn how to be like, I'm not talking about that, or you know what I mean, just brush it off. Like that right there shows that he knows exactly what the hell was going on. He was a part of it. He knows
Yep.
that she's about to get in trouble for it. So like with him
Yeah.
saying that, I feel like that's low-key incriminating himself as well, because he knows.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Vanessa? I'll give you my opinion. What do you think?
He keeps it at such. If you guys watch that clip back, like he keeps it so distanced, like as if he in passing knew these people, but it's not like he was ever involved with them. Because God forbid that the president of the United States would have any affiliation with any shady business ever in the history of Donald Trump. So yeah.
All right. So my opinion.
His yard is not grateful for that.
My opinion, and it's just an opinion. I have no idea. Okay. But my opinion when I saw that is, well, Trump has pardoned a lot of criminals. And Trump pardons criminals who could possibly say something bad about Trump or actually get Trump indicted himself for criminal activity. So every person, if you think about who he has pardoned, or many of them have been associates of Trump who could have turned on Trump and testified against Trump of criminal activity. Roger Stone, Manafort. Well, he hasn't pardoned Manafort yet. Roger Stone, the general. What was the general's name, Julia? I forgot his name. The general who used to be the national security, Flynn. So I think, Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
You think he's going to pardon her?
I think he can't go visit her in jail and say, "Shut up and I'll pardon you." So this is the best way.
Oh, his little wink, wink.
His wink, wink. This is the best way that he can communicate to either the lawyers or what's her name? Is it Ghislaine? I keep calling her Ghislaine. Ghislaine.
I like Ghislaine.
I like it too. If I had the choice, I would like her name to be Ghislaine, but it's Ghislaine.
I mean, it works with the storyline.
Right, but I think
carry on.
But I think that it's like a wink, wink to either her or her lawyers and saying, "Shut up, don't say anything, don't turn either." Maybe turn Trump in. Maybe Trump has something to do with this, or people that are very close to Trump, within Trump's circle, have something to do with this. But I think it's a wink, wink. Don't say anything, and I'll give you a pardon. Because
it could very well be
he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to bring it up, and then all of a sudden he's now wishing her well. So I think that was like code to shut up, and I'll pardon you. That's my opinion. But I have no idea. I don't know.
That would be insane if she gets pardoned.
Now, I don't know if you saw this to add a little more intrigue. But did you see that the attorney, the attorney who shot the husband and son of federal judge Esther Salar in New Jersey the other day? Now, apparently, Salas, excuse me. So apparently, he had a beef with Salas's husband. That's what they say in the news. However, Yo-Yo and Vanessa, one of the most high-profile cases that Salas is working on right now is a case regarding somebody who's suing a investment company that invested money of Epstein, and that investment company, as part of the Epstein lawsuit, has to show how Epstein got his money, which may implicate people, because Epstein, we learned, really didn't earn his money. He got it from other people. So I don't know if it has something to do with that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going on right now. The lawyer who killed Salas's husband and injured the son, he was dying of cancer himself. So he had nothing. He didn't.
Wait, did the son die and the husband was?
No, the son died. I got it backwards. The son died.
Okay.
And the husband lived, and he's in the hospital now. So, but he was dying of cancer. The shooter. he had nothing to lose. So the news is saying it was just a beef against the husband, but maybe it's something more sinister. Maybe somebody went to this man and said, "Hey, you're going to die anyway. Let me take care of either your family." I mean, who knows? I mean, anything could happen.
That's a scary movie right there.
Now, this lawyer is also suspected of a July 11th murder of a men's rights attorney, Mark Angelucci, in California as well. I don't know. Do you buy into any of this conspiracy, or you think it's just coincidence that this judge was working on an Epstein case?
No, I think it's conspiracy for sure. I don't think it's coincidence.
What do you think?
I mean, there's just so many different things that can go around. I feel like there's so many conspiracies amongst the elites, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. I think Epstein was killed. I think it's just too many coincidences. This is the problem. There's too many coincidences. Epstein hung himself in a high security prison when everyone's supposed to have his eyes on him, and all of a sudden he gets killed.
The biopsy doesn't add up. The scientists all say that it doesn't.
That's correct. All of a sudden Donald Trump is telling his Epstein's girlfriend, wink, wink, don't say anything. I wish you well. And then the judge who could release documents that could implicate powerful men out of nowhere, of all of the people that this lawyer is going to go after to shoot, he would shoot the judge's family who could release documents about Epstein. It just doesn't add up.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's
all.
It
doesn't add up. I don't. Yeah. You know, you can believe the official story, and I am not into conspiracy theories. And by the way, there's the man upstairs again with another thunder. I don't know if you hear it or not. It's true. So does.
No, but I'm looking over here.
So, I mean, I don't usually buy into conspiracy theories. Like, for example, I don't believe there are aliens in Area 64. I'm not sure what's happening in Apartment A, Area 51, 64, 51.
I was like 64.
I don't know, Area 51, but I don't know.
You really don't?
What?
You don't believe that there are aliens?
No.
Me either, though.
I don't buy those conspiracy theories.
Really?
But I'm buying this one.
Buying
this one.
You're going for that one, Yo-Yo?
You buy that?
Yeah. You don't think that there's other beings living in this universe?
In the universe? Like aliens, though?
Wow. You need to watch.
Meanwhile,
I'm going to send you a documentary.
Meanwhile, Trump signed another executive order today. This one is barring undocumented immigrants from being counted in the census. How does that affect America? It affects America in terms of how money is distributed, how people are counted. So, in other words, when money is distributed from the federal government to states, they distribute the money in blocks. Congress says we're going to allocate X amount of dollars for transportation, for example. And then it gets divided to the different 50 states based on their population as a percentage. Now, Trump signed an executive order today saying, as part of the census, we're not going to count undocumented aliens. We're not going to count anyone who is not a lawful resident or a U.S. citizen. Now, that also affects voting. It also affects the presidential election, not this particular one, but future ones for the Electoral College. Now, Dale Ho, the director of the ACLU's Voting Rights Project, said the new order would be found unconstitutional by the courts because the Constitution requires that everyone in the United States be counted in the census. That's what the Constitution says. The Constitution doesn't say only Americans be counted or only Americans and lawful permanent residents be counted. So the Supreme Court previously blocked the citizenship question from being asked on the census. But now Trump has ordered the change in the counts of people who are undocumented, not to count them. So expect another lawsuit regarding that. Meanwhile, coronavirus, Johns Hopkins University says there are now over 15 million coronavirus cases worldwide. 618,000 people have died. More than 8.5 million people have recovered. In the United States, more than 3.9 million people have been diagnosed with corona. The U.S. reported more than 1,000 coronavirus-related deaths on Tuesday for the first time since May 29th. CNN reported that California has surpassed New York as the state with the most confirmed coronavirus cases. Dozens of states across the United States are grappling with an increased COVID-19 cases, especially in some southern states like Florida, Georgia, Texas, and Arizona. At his press conference yesterday, Trump said it's going to get worse. He finally admitted it. He also said maybe we should all be wearing masks. He also said maybe we should be social distancing. You know, if we were doing all of this since April or since March, okay, and we didn't make a political thing about wearing masks, and we didn't make a political thing about social distancing, and we said it's okay. The problem is lots of Americans don't trust the government, and lots of Americans don't find that what the government is saying is legitimate. So as a result of it, a lot of people are not following directives that are scientifically sound, like wear a mask, like social distance. If we had a government that functioned legitimately, that you may not like their policies, because not everybody likes everybody's policy, but at least it's a legitimate government that you feel is not lying to you, we, I believe, would not be in this mess today. We're in this mess today because people don't believe government anymore. And as a result of that, people don't know what to do. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, social distance, don't social distance. There's conspiracy theories that coronavirus doesn't even exist, that it was made up by the U.S. government. But in countries that have governments that are legitimate, and when I say legitimate, not that the United States government's not a legitimate government, but is a believable government. In Europe, in an authoritarian China, in Japan, when you have, in South Korea, when you have governments where people listen and follow the directives of the government because they believe what the government is telling them is truthful.
They trust them.
Okay, they trust them. Then we have low coronavirus. We can go back to school without worrying about being infected. We can go to work without worrying about being infected. Yo-Yo and Vanessa could be next to me in the studio and we could have a real show. We're not having a real show at this moment, but even a more real show.
Right.
But people don't trust what to hear, and as a result, a lot of people don't wear the masks. A lot of people don't social distance. A lot of people don't believe this is a problem, and it varies depending on where you are. In the Northeast, where we are, where our show is, most people trust the government. They trust at least the local government. Maybe they don't trust the federal government, but they're trusting their governors, their mayors, their local government. And for example, in New York, when Cuomo says wear a mask and social distance, most people are doing it. In New Jersey with Governor Murphy, the same exact thing, where Vanessa is. And as a result, in the Northeast here, we're more like Europe. We have low coronavirus, low transmission. We're all in phase 4. I mean, we still have to be careful. We still have to wear a mask. But we're much better off than the rest of the United States that doesn't seem to want to listen to wear a mask and social distance. And I think and I don't know for a fact, but I'll let you know, maybe I'm talking too much, but I think it's about that people just don't trust the government in other parts of the United States. They don't trust their local government, they don't trust their federal government.
They don't trust, nor do they like them.
Maybe.
That's the thing.
Maybe.
I don't think they like him either, because we all like Cuomo. I think that you know, you being personable and you know, that right there gives us some kind of a trust form too. You know, that gives us a reason to trust you if you're personable.
But you know, what's interesting is that the governors who are most well liked with the most favorable popular opinion at the moment are the governors that kept coronavirus low, regardless of how they affected the economy. The governors who said we're going to open up. It's important that our economy runs. Those governors are not as popular because ultimately you can't open up an economy if everybody's getting sick. Nobody's going to go out anyway.
Exactly.
So it's the governors in the Northeast who are actually the most popular right now because they closed it down, but then they kept coronavirus low. The Northeast is having, of all of the United States, the Northeast is doing the best right now.
Look at us.
Look at
Who would've
us.
thought?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because we sure did start off real rocky.
That is
Oh
very
man,
true.
we be wildin'.
Now this is interesting. A large study from South Korea revealed that children under 10 transmit coronavirus to others much less than adults. So based on this, South Korea feels that at least for children 10 and under going back to school will not be as dangerous as sending children 10 and over to school. The difference being that children under 10 are less likely to a large degree to spread the virus to adults. Once you reach around the age of 10 years old, at least according to this study, you are more likely or just as equally likely to pass on coronavirus to an adult as a 10, 11, 12, or a teenager as an adult. Now, several studies from Europe and Asia have also suggested that young children are likely to get infected. And most of those cases were flawed. This is the first real, supposedly unflawed study. So at least for children under 10 going to school, I don't have children under 10 in my house anymore, but for children under 10 at least, it's less likely that they're going to bring coronavirus home. And with that, guys, we got to get to some Hump Day. You ready?
It's Hump Day.
Now, as everybody knows, on Hump Day, it gets a little randy. There's our camels. I have no idea what I'm going to read. It's a surprise to me, as it is a surprise to Yo-Yo.
Oh my God.
And
I forgot my dad is watching. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Dad, cover your eyes or cover your
You
ears.
invited Dad on a Wednesday, Yo-Yo, of all days.
Hello, Dad. I'm sorry about that. Well,
we're just the messengers.
Oh, that's true. We just report what's in our cards, Dad. We don't necessarily believe all of this.
Look, Dad, this is how I got here. So listen.
You have to say, Dad, listen, I got to pay the rent somehow. All right, so this is it. All right, so a city near Boston is the first in the country to recognize polyamorous relationships. You know what that is?
Yes.
More than one person, that's for sure.
That is when you are in a relationship with more than one person. Now, domestic partnerships have been defined as entirely formed by two persons, but now the new definition of a polyamorous relationship is formed by more than two people. And the
Look at Mama over there.
That's right. The ordinance also
happy.
The ordinance also replaces pronouns he or she as they. Now, let me ask you a question, guys. I don't believe either one of you want to be in one. Would you or no? Would you?
No.
Vanessa? But if you had to be in one, okay? If you had to be in one, it's a law now, Yonathan and Vanessa. You have to be in a polyamorous relationship. Would you want the third wheel to be another man or another woman? Sorry, Yo-Yo's dad, but we got to ask these questions. Because if it's another woman, then you're sharing that woman, I guess, amongst the three of you. But if it's if it's another man, you're sharing that woman, Yonathan, with another man. But if it's two women and a man, then woohoo, you know.
Right.
But then that's a lot more work for you.
Yeah, I would actually be okay with joining a couple. So, like, I would join Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
You would,
because so I don't really have.
Are you throwing that out into the social media?
Into the universe.
To see if that could happen.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I want to be a part of that entanglement right there.
You do, because that's crazy, right? It's exciting.
Yeah, because I won't have to worry about bills.
Right.
I'm going to be entertained.
Right.
They're great looking.
That's right. And you'll get a lot of followers on Instagram.
There you go.
That's right. And Vanessa, would you want a male, a female, somebody famous, or you want to be low key? Yonathan wants somebody famous.
I just want the most efficiency. And sorry to my gentlemen out there. So if I had to bring anything else into my relationship, it'd probably be another woman because she would be more efficient than another man would be.
That is that.
Wow.
I said it.
That is true.
In general, in terms of keeping the home together,
Right. Okay.
in terms of everything all well
That's
rounded,
right.
so well rounded.
And you can take a couple of days off and not feel guilty.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can check out and not feel any guilt whatsoever.
I would be efficient. I would be efficient.
You know, it's like right now.
Well, look at who you chose to be with.
It's like
I'm sure they could just use a Dr. Love, like a little boy toy, for sure. Go for it.
It's like at Spar Bernstein right now. We have A and B days. Vanessa would make an A day and a B day. I'm on every other day.
Right.
You're smart.
Right.
I guess I would have to pick another female. Only because I think
efficiency.
Only because that's more efficient, and I don't know if I can handle like another man in my bed with me. I think I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I'd be like 1 foot on the floor. You know, I wouldn't sleep all night. So I think
don't get it twisted. Jada Pinkett.
I'm just thinking about my own sleeping. Like I wouldn't sleep. I'd have one eye open. Like what is this guy doing? You know. So I think I would.
Look at that lady right there with her 4 boyfriends. She just looks happy.
All right. Meanwhile,
that's like a 4-bedroom house. Has to be.
Meanwhile, a man in Las Vegas stole a 3-foot-tall, 50-pound dildo from a sex shop. According to TMZ, the masked man was captured on video as he strolled into the Deja Vu Love Boutique on July 14th and grabbed the massive member standing on the sales floor. He got it up over his right shoulder and nonchalantly left the premises, crammed the dildo into his vehicle, and drove off. Laura, a store worker, said he just picked it up and walked out. The dildo is named the Moby, presumably in homage of Herman Melville's classic Moby Dick. It retails for $1,250. What would anybody do with a 3-foot-tall, 50-pound dildo? I would expect that it would go over his shoulder. I don't think he'd be able to stick that one in his pants and get out of the store, right?
Yeah, that's wild that it's actually on sale.
Well, I think it would just be for decoration. You know, I don't think anyone would actually be able to use it.
You never know. You never know, man. It's in Vegas. It's in Vegas.
Maybe it's just nice to look at.
I don't know. If I was, I think if somebody was able to use that, then they got huge problems. they need to see a doctor. Meanwhile, doctors have warned women not to put tobacco in their private parts after the practice was dangerously claimed.
What?
Yes, after the practice was dangerously claimed to boost sex drive. Medics warn the trend has no real effect on the libido. It's believed to raise the risk of cervical cancer and stillbirth. It's called vagina tobacco, and it's popular in West Africa, but gynecologist Dr. Abiole Diop believes it only gives women the sensation their genitals are shrinking because the chemicals cause vaginal muscles to retract, but it doesn't really do anything. Last week, we learned that people were using toothpaste. This week, we learned tobacco. People need some sort of sexual stimulant down there, apparently, these days.
I know. Well, guess what?
You know, my
frat brother.
We're in the wrong business.
My frat brother is actually making weed lube.
But I don't think that would work either, right? That would be numbing.
He says it works.
Wait, but like CBD, like CBD lube?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be more numbing?
No. I can see where his friend is going with that.
Really?
And that could very well be a thing.
That's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yes.
What would it do?
He makes it.
What would it do?
He makes it. What does it do? It gets into your system faster.
Yeah, it's like CBD oils. Like when people use like oils to relieve muscle pains now.
Right.
There's
So
like different
I
hemp
guess it would
oils.
release the muscles in that area. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you do that one more time just for Hump Day, please? Thank you very much. Now, in case you thought the coronavirus lockdown wasn't making people desperate enough, a few lovesick souls are apparently getting turned on by Amazon's Alexa. A staggering 28% of people admitted to having the hots for Amazon's voice recognition software, according to sex toy company VAWA.
Come on,
yes,
friends.
Brian Levine.
Get out of here.
Yes, Brian Levine is among those who couldn't resist Alexa's charms. Levine, who lives in Miami, has rarely ventured out of the apartment since quarantine, so he turned to his Amazon Echo Dot, situated conveniently in his bedroom, for companionship during solitary evenings. He said it's lonely in lockdown. While feeling particularly spontaneous, he even asked Alexa for a date. I was curious, he said, adding that she broke it to him, gently explaining, "I just like you as a friend." Oh my God, when you are desperate enough, to ask Alexa for a date and get turned down, you really need psychiatric help.
Oh, you know what?
What?
You know what? I actually asked her, I can't say her name. If I do, then she's going to turn on. But I asked her to marry me, and she said that she cannot, or she vowed to not marry anybody until they found, hold on, let me ask her real quick. So you
Alexa,
will you marry me?
That's nice, but I really like our relationship the way it is.
Oh, poor Yo-Yo. Poor Yo-Yo.
You played yourself, Dr. Love. Dr. Love, you played yourself.
No, that's a nicer one. That's last time when I asked her earlier while I was reading this, I asked her earlier and she said, I vowed to not marry anybody until we find life on Mars.
Yo-Yo, I think maybe if you got that on a knee and bought a ring, maybe she would give you a different answer.
Right. Look at chivalry is dead, these millennials.
So sad.
And our last Hump Day story, a newly single woman was reportedly broken her private parts after using her vibrator as many as 6 times a day. Have you ever heard of such a thing, Vanessa? After splitting from her, I never did. After splitting from her husband, Nadia Bocotti obviously split herself. She was looking for a way to meet her needs. She bought a rampant rabbit sex toy made famous by the HBO television show Sex and the City. She said it was incredibly liberating and empowering to really take control of my sexuality. Struggling with pelvic pain, however, Brodke went to the doctor to test for sexually transmitted disease. Each test came back clear. It was only after a series of questions the doctor discovered the true cause of the pain. It was the sex toy. Now, Nadia confessed that she used it 6 times a day, which means amounts to about 42 sessions a week. She explained the doctor started asking some questions, and that's when I realized the pain had been the result of me overusing the rabbit. Despite her experience, Nadia says she's far from burned out. Rather, it helped her to expand her horizons. She wrote on Instagram, "Let's stop dehumanizing women who dare to own their sexuality." Just own it.
I agree.
Don't injure yourself. You know, there's a difference between owning your body and injuring your body. That's all I can tell you.
Right. Like, be easy, sis. Like, 6 times a day.
Yeah, and then go slow. Maybe she was like going like a jackhammer with that thing. Who knows? You gotta go slow and gentle, right?
Yes, Brad.
Slow and gentle. What do I know? All right. All right. Why don't you tell everybody what we need? Oh, before we do that, that is our Hump Day, guys. We only had 2 people enter our Instagram contest, so we're gonna change our contest around because people, I think, are getting tired of it. But we do have to pick the last person. There is a 50-50 chance, of winning a free consultation with me, and the winner of the free immigration consultation, congratulations, Sonia Strides, excuse me. Sonia Strides, why don't you just Slide into our DM at Bradshaw Live on Instagram. Say hello to Pizza, and she'll organize your free immigration consultation with me. We're going to retire our machine for a little bit. We're going to do some new contests starting next week. Yo-Yo and Vanessa, why don't you tell everybody what they need to do? And I'm going to start to get ready to answer your immigration questions.
Absolutely. All right. You guys already know. Everybody on Facebook, you know what time it is. It's time to start your watch parties. All you have to do is click on share, start your watch party, and start. It takes the video from our page to your page. You are the host. Please make sure you let everybody know about the show. Understand that they need to know what you're sharing because it sends a notification to all your friends that are online. So like I said, one more time, click share. Start a watch party and start. It makes you the host of the party, and you are the Brad, the Yo-Yo, the Ness-quick. Again, showing you right here, and I need you guys to do this and tell us in the comment section that you actually did it. Share, host a watch party, then start. All right, Ness-quick, what are we gonna do on YouTube?
Okay, friends, and just like you can on Facebook, on YouTube, we are also sharing, friends. Make sure that you're already subscribed and you turned on that notification bell so you know when we're live every day, Monday through Friday. And right now, you can share this post, copy this, and send it to someone in a text message. Send it to them in a direct message. Let them know that Brad is about to answer immigration questions. We're going to get calls live where anyone can tell a story where it might be very similar to someone you know, and they'll be able to get the answer to their immigration as well. We're also on Instagram, friends, so make sure you follow us at Bradshaw Live and that you're looking out for our latest incentives as well as the best snippets of our show. Like Brad already said, we'll be switching up our free giveaway. We're always wanting to give back to you guys, so in return, all we ask is for some shares and some thumbs up. Let's get that engagement up. I like to see thumbs up. We have 139 people watching, and I only have 41 thumbs up. Come on, friends. I know that we can do so much better than that. When you guys show us love, I make sure that Brad shows you guys love. So without further ado, what you guys have all been waiting for, let's get the answers to your immigration questions.
Poor Sandra's been waiting so long. I hope I can help her. Sandra, you there? Sandra? Let's see. Sandra, you there? And of course, our system has gone down. Let's try now. 1 second. Just when we were starting, the system goes down. Yeah, but I do not have anything. We're going to go out of order, guys. Let's do something we like to call, we're going to go back to Vanessa, social media check-in. Back to Vanessa while I reboot this.
Perfect.
All right. What do you got?
Okie doke.
All right. I can go first.
Go ahead, Yo-Yo.
All right. So social media check-in. First question comes from Prashant Mitra on YouTube saying, if I've accepted unemployment benefits for the past 3 months, will that affect my I-765 application?
Say that again. I'm doing some technical jargon here. What is it? What was your question? My apologies.
If I've accepted unemployment benefits for the past 3 months, will that affect my I-765 application?
No, it will not. It may affect your getting your green card, but you're the one who's getting the green card. So as long as your petition is not on unemployment, you should be okay.
Okay, the next one comes from Annie Uni on YouTube, and they ask, if I got my green card through special immigration juvenile status, when can I apply for citizenship?
5 years after you got your green card, and you have to be over 18 at the time.
Okay, Jay Hinger is saying, I haven't received any update on my I-130, which I submitted in February. Do you know when I will get an update?
For an update for what?
For the I-130.
When would you get an update for an I-130? Who sponsored you? Who was the sponsor? Do we know?
We do not know.
We do not know. Okay. I don't know when you're going to get an update. How would I know? I need to know more information.
Samora Patterson on Facebook asked, how long does it take the National Visa Center to review a request for an expedited immigrant visa interview?
How long does it take to get an expedited immigrant visa interview?
Yes.
Why are you expediting it, and where are you at with the case? I need to know a lot more than that. Give me more information that could help you.
Okay, Game Gods on YouTube said, I sent in my asylum application a month ago and haven't heard anything from immigration as of yet. What should I do?
See if your filing fee check was cashed. As long as your filing fee check was cashed, your case is there. If your filing fee check was not cashed, then you got a problem and you need to give me a call.
Okay, next one comes from Mary Donker on Facebook, and they asked, it has been 5 months since our Stokes interview with USCIS. However, I submitted a renewal for an EAD last month and received the new one within 3 weeks. What do you think is going on?
If what's going on, they're taking a long time for the EAD renewals. So as long as you put an application in, your work permit is extended for at least 180 days. So you don't have to worry about working out, illegally, because your work permit's extended 180 days. They're taking a long time to renew these work permits, so expect 4 or 5 months to wait to renew a work permit.
Okay. Berlin saying, what is the I-260 form for?
Which form?
The I-260.
There is no 260. The 360, I think they asked this question yesterday, by the way. On Monday, this question was already asked. The I-360 is the form for special immigrant visas. That would be for a SIJ. You would do it for an abuse case. Those are your religious worker case. Some, other small cases like you qualify under people who were employed in the Panama Canal Zone, things of that nature, special immigrant visas. But the three most popular would be SIJ, VAWA, and religious workers.
Okay, next one is, this is actually a good one. Ghazi Al-Rafi Shakil on YouTube. What will happen to children that age out during coronavirus?
There's gonna be nothing we can do to help them. They just can't age out. If they are aging out, immigration has made, and the U.S. State Department has made it available to contact them and try to get a quicker appointment. Even during Donald Trump's proclamation that no immigrant visas to be issued in other countries, one of the exceptions is age out children. Another exception is obviously if you're married to a U.S. citizen. So if you're aging out, you should be able to get a visa appointment at a U.S. embassy. Vanessa, in the meantime, while we try to fix our phone lines again, we're going to introduce you to Vanessa, introducing you to the Mr. Organization pageant. Now, last July, Vanessa covered the first international Mr. Organization male model competition. Competitors from all over the world came to New York City for the event. Some had never visited the United States before. It was an exciting event that helped them to jettison their global reach and careers. Due to the pandemic, this year's competition was postponed until 2021. So we thought we'd throw it back to last summer. It is Hump Day. Let's check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Brad Squad, I'm Vanessa Contreras, and tonight I am at the final gala for the Mr. Organization's 2019 Male Model Competition at the Symphony Space Theater in Upper Manhattan. The competitors tonight are gentlemen from all over the world, and tonight's winner will be announced after the evening's final competition. The categories tonight will be formal wear, swimwear, and the gentlemen will have an opportunity to answer a final question. I can't wait to see who's gonna win this, so let's go check it out. Okay, Brad Squad, so I get the chance to hang out with some of the competition before they go on stage. I'm here with Mr. Belgium, Mr. India, and Mr. USA. So gentlemen, what does it mean to be a part of the Mr. organization?
From my experience, there's been a whole different pageant because this really feels like a family, and it's not like I'm competing against these guys, because tonight we're gonna rock the stage as a team, and everybody may win for me, so they all became my brothers.
We represent our country, so we are the best of the country. So whoever wins tonight, it feels like I am the winner. So we are the Mr.
The guys have formed a brotherhood. The pageant's growing every year, so it's great to be a part of the growth of the organization.
Share something special about your country that you're representing tonight.
Despite Belgium being a small dot on the map, we don't have like a typical culture. We live with so many cultures together that we create our own culture in that kind of way. It's something you should know, is you really should taste our chocolate.
India being a big country, we live among many cultures, many languages, many people, many religions, so we are a country of diversity and integrity. We love everyone and everyone loves us.
Mr. Organization being international this year is great because it's in New York, the most diverse place, melting pot. So these guys all represent New York essentially, and basically the best person's gonna win tonight.
Thank you so much, guys. Here I am now with Mr. Venezuela and Mr. Sweden. Mr. Venezuela, what does it mean to you to be competing in the Mr. competition?
I mean, this is important position for us, and I try to come New York to walk and trying to be a model, and this exposure can help me.
It means a lot, obviously, because we're all here representing our country, so we have a big responsibility. However, we're all here because we want to be models. New York is the way, or the place to be for that exposure.
Share with me something special about Venezuela and something special about Sweden that you would love everyone in the audience to know.
My country have a beautiful beach you can go and visit.
So in Stockholm, there's a little bit of Stockholm called Old Town that is gorgeous during winter time and perfect during summertime. So if you ever come to Sweden, any of you guys, just let me know and I'll show you around.
Can you gentlemen just share with me some things that you did in preparation?
I ended up going on one pageant in India. Mr. Organization called me and asked me to come join. I've been very impressed so far, it's been amazing.
To get out of my country is very expensive, but I do everything to stay here with my 12 partners. I love this. This is a dream, this is a family, have a new brother, and we are the Mister.
I wish you the best of luck and let the best man win.
And the award for the best model goes to Dominican Republic.
The best body award goes to Cuba! The Mr. 2019 for the first iteration of the international competition, Sweden!
Alrighty, Brad Squad, so I am here with the founder, the organizer, the man that puts this whole show together, Aldo Rivas. What is the Mr. Organization and what inspired you to create it?
So I've been working with pageants for a while now, specifically female pageants, and I noticed that there was not a lot of opportunity out there for guys that had the same passion for modeling. So we wanted to build a foundation, and we started locally in New York, giving the opportunity to candidates from different states in the United States, and now we just evolved the competition into an international pageant.
What inspired you to turn this into an international edition?
Living in the United States, you are exposed to so many different cultures and nationality and diversity, and to me it was always very interesting if we had the opportunity to continue to learn and bring candidates from different countries and explore all the things that New York City has to offer. They all lived together for a week, and we shared a lot of our culture, our food, our music, so I think that was the most important thing.
I know that you're of Dominican descent. Would you share with the Brad Squad a little bit about your immigration story?
I had just finished college in the Dominican Republic. I had no opportunity to work when I finished college, and I felt so frustrated. And I remember back in 2007, I moved to New York, and I overstayed my visa, just like many other immigrants that come from their countries, and I struggled a lot until my situation was resolved. And thankfully, eventually, I was able to build the Mr. Organization. So what I'm trying to say to all the people out there that are going through the same struggle, Everything is possible. Believe in yourself and you are able to do it. This country gives us so many different opportunities as long as you work hard and you are determined in your dreams and the things that you want to accomplish. Sooner than later, your situation is going to get better.
Hey, Brad Scott. So I have the pleasure of being with one of our honorary judges, Orlando Torres. So how do you feel being one of the people deciding and choosing a winner?
I think being a judge is kind of tough. It's actually very nerve-wracking, and you have to be fair and make sure that you pick the best one. But at the same time, it kind of makes you feel good that you are part of that.
What was something that you were looking into particularly with choosing a winner?
To me, I think it's a lot about personality. I think a lot of pageants, they kind of go towards the body and the looks, but that has to come match your personality and how comfortable you are in front of people and everything. So that was a key part for me to look at.
I know you're of Dominican descent. Can you tell me a little bit about your family's immigration story and how you're here today?
I came here about 15 years ago. I learned English about 13 years ago. My whole family is here from my dad's side, and my mom's side, they're still there, so I kind of feel for the both. Being here means a lot, mostly because of the opportunities that you get. I am thankful to be here, to be honest, and I feel like I belong here already. So although I have great heart for my home country, the Dominican Republic, and I usually go back often, very happy to be an immigrant in this country.
This is Christian from Peru.
Ayer fue Independencia del Perú.
It was Independence Day in Peru, so he's very proud to have been here today representing his country. I am here with our first runner-up, Mike from the Netherlands. How does it feel? I mean, the night is over, but you turned out to be one of our winners. Tell me about how you feel.
Excited. I didn't expect it at all, so it was a really surprise, but right now the feeling is overwhelmed.
And this is your first time here. How do you feel about New York so far?
Really, really good. Yeah, you only see the things in the movies, and now you're standing there, so it's awesome, yeah.
So, Brad Squad, I am here with the winner, the new 2019 Mr. from Sweden, Marcus. How do you feel? We got to interview you earlier, before you got the title, and now you won. Congrats!
I saw the other contestants, and I was like, you know what? They're all gonna win because they all look amazing. Their personalities represent their countries, and they're all amazing in every single way. And watching them on the catwalk, I was blown away, and I was like, I'm just happy to be here.
What do you have to say for your supporters, for even your competitors?
I'm gonna start off with the guys behind the stage, and you come into a competition and you got people helping you and supporting you. It's crazy. We've been talking about this the whole week. It's like we're a family and we're competing as a team and not individually, and we've been killing it, all of us. And I mean, it's been amazing, and just having my family and friends back in Sweden who support me through this, and yeah, it's simply amazing.
We wish you the best of luck from the Brad Show, and we can't wait to see all the great things that you'll accomplish this year. Well, Brad Squad, I had such a great time tonight at the Mr. Organization's modeling competition. I couldn't decide if the formal wear, those gentlemen in those handsome tux, or the swimwear was my favorite. But congratulations to all the candidates that participated tonight. They all expressed their cultures so beautifully, and I can't wait to see what comes from the Mr. Organization. Checking out till next time, Brad Squad.
All right. Well, that was fun. Good job, Ness-quick. We always love that piece. So everybody, we are still trying to work with the phone lines. Okay. So we're going to go to another piece called Cliches Around the World. Cliches around the world. Woohoo! And if not, we could still just talk. Well, yeah. So, this happens. It's live. This is live TV. It happens. Okay. At least we're gonna keep it going. We're not gonna end the show. All right. That's how much we care about you guys. All right. So you can still share, still ask your questions. We're still gonna come back and do social media check-in as well. But we want to get the phone lines done and ready. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
How are we looking?
Oh, do you hear him?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't.
No, we don't hear you. We don't.
You should hear me. You hear me now?
Now we do.
Now we go.
All right. So we're having problems with our phones, which is weird because when I started the show, I always test the phones ahead of time. But if if this was a rocket ship, I would have blown up in the middle on my way to the moon, because they were working when the show started. And then all of a sudden, when I went to get the phones, because then the poor lady was waiting for an hour and a half. I feel terrible for her. We're going to get her on for tomorrow if she had hung up already. I don't know. So we have our crack technical crew trying to work out what happened with the phone lines. We've been having problems with the phones lately. And by the way, Vanessa and Yonathan, I was so proud of Julian, the TriCaster guy, resolving our connections with you. I was saying as we were doing the show today, our connection is beautiful as my two co-hosts. So I'm like, finally, we got it all straightened out. All our technical problems are resolved. And of course, problem with the telephone lines. Can we do that one more time? That deserves a double wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so we have Julian, by the way. He is in the telephone closet right now. There is a telephone closet playing with wires. So hopefully we're going to try to get our phone lines back up and working shortly. In the meantime, let's do a little more what we like to call social media check-in. All right, what else you got?
All right, I have one from Karen McPherson Watts saying, my husband did his biometrics in January, but has yet to receive an interview date. Is this normal?
Yes, during coronavirus it is. It may take up to a year to get an interview.
Okay, the next one comes from Thomas Joseph on YouTube, and he asks, I filed an adjustment of status over 2 months ago for my mother who is here in the U.S. Does Trump's new proclamation affect her case?
No, not in the United States. Adjusting your status doesn't have a problem. The proclamation is only from another country.
Okay, Ice God on YouTube saying, if I got an adjustment of status denial, can I take it to the federal judge?
You can do an APA claim, Administrative Procedures Act claim, if they violated your rights. So we would have to see what the reason for the denial is.
Okay, next one comes from Christopher Boyd on Facebook. How long does it take to get a social security number after marrying a U.S. citizen?
Well, you have to get a work permit. You got to file your adjustment and get a work permit. And then with that work permit, you can get a social security number.
Okay, Dev Samaj on Facebook saying, is there any way to file for an extension or change my status so I can stay here in the U.S. if I'm dealing with a medical issue?
It depends. You would have to be able to show that they can't deal with the medical issue in your home country. You're not clear to travel, and that you're able to pay for your own medical care without getting Medicaid.
All right. The next one comes from Janaya Z. Bailey on Facebook. And she asks, if I live in Jamaica and want to apply for a U.S. visa, what do I do?
Go to the U.S. Embassy and apply for the visa. But you have to, if you're talking about getting a visitor's visa, then you need to be able to show that you have the intention of returning to Jamaica. So you better have a good job, come from leaving good expensive property behind, leaving family behind, something to bring you back to Jamaica.
Okay, Chidi saying, I did my Stokes interview in February 2020, but still have yet to hear anything. Can you tell me what is going on?
If you haven't heard anything within 90 to 120 days, most likely the longer it takes to get a decision from a Stokes interview, it's either because they are now investigating your marriage because they don't think it's real. Maybe they sent an investigator to your home and you don't even realize, to go speak to the neighbors or go to your employer, or the officer has already decided to deny you and is writing up a decision. So the longer it takes to get a decision, either it's investigation or they're just delayed writing a denial, unfortunately. So, Yo-Yo, we're ready to do cliches around the world. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, I do.
It was in the park across the street?
Yes, it was.
When it was sunny?
Yes, it was.
And on that
prior
and
to
when
Corona.
you did that, on that day, our telephones worked.
It did.
It did. So we're hoping to channel that energy again for a nice,
I'm giving
sunny, non-corona day where telephones work. So let's watch cliches around the world. Vanessa, we need some good energy. We need your jazz hands
setting the
too.
vibe.
Yes, setting the
I'm just here.
vibe. It looks like you're doing jazz hands there. And let's watch Yo-Yo with cliches around the world, and hopefully we'll get our telephones fixed when we're back.
Yo, what's good, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elias out here in the streets of New York, and I'm here with a brand new game. I'm about to take you all around the world with some of the most widely used cliches from across the globe. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use some of these cliches, translate them from different languages, and then ask some New Yorkers if they can guess what they mean. And I want you guys all to play along too. I'm gonna check the comments, okay? Now let's go. Now, you ready to play?
I'm ready! I'm ready!
Scream it out.
Ready!
First question, in French, they say to reset the clock to the right time. What does this mean? Is it A, starting fresh? B, spring forward, fall back? C, be on time? D, break up with your significant other?
Break up with your significant other.
This guy right here.
No. A.
Is it A, starting fresh? B, spring forward, fall back? C, be on time? Or D, break up with your significant other?
I'm gonna go with A.
I was gonna go with A too.
Correct, you guys got it, all right.
Starting fresh.
There you go. Starting fresh with a first win. That's a W, you got that. To reset the clocks to the right time is a reference to realigning and starting over fresh. Number 2, in Taiwanese, they say, when the head goes through, the body will too. What does this mean? A, don't stick your head in small openings. B, if you start well, you'll end well. C, stay in school. Or D, don't start physical fights with people.
Stay in school.
When the head goes through, the body will too. Okay? This means don't stick your head in small openings. B, if you start well, you'll end well. C, stay in school. Or D, don't start physical fights with people.
B.
B.
Good job, yes.
B. Yeah, I was gonna go B too. Yeah.
Good job, all right. 2 for 2.
Seriously?
Yes.
Hey.
So if you start well by getting your head through that small opening, you will end well by getting your body through that opening. In Dutch, they say, they say, with hat in hand, one gets through all the land. What does this mean? A, if you own a hat, you'll be able to walk anywhere. B, seek adventure. C, politeness goes a long way. D, always accessorize.
I'd say B.
With hat in hand, one gets through all the land. What does this mean? If you own a hat, you'll be able to walk anywhere. B, seek adventure. C, politeness goes a long way. D, always accessorize.
B, I would say.
I would say C.
You got it. Politeness goes a long way.
Great, cool.
Yeah.
C. C. We're agreeing with C.
Look at them. Y'all are killing it. So it means politeness goes a long way. So the English equivalent is you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. Now number 4, in Turkish, the devil's feather describes someone who is what? A, handsome. B, charming. C, sarcastic. Or D, hot, temperature-wise.
Charming.
The devil's feather describes someone who is what? A, handsome. B, charming. C, sarcastic. Or D, hot, temperature-wise.
I kind of want to say the last one, but no. C.
So you say sarcastic, you say charming.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Say the charming one.
Oh my God! You guys are killing it.
I got a feather right there.
Yeah. Oh. My goodness.
You're hanging off the devil's feather right now.
I know.
Hey, cool him off. All right, the devil's feather is used to describe someone who is devilishly charming. For example, Yonathan is the devil's feather. 5, in Russian, a shoelace ironer is someone who does what? A, leaves dinner without paying. B, obsesses over wrinkles. C, snitches. Or D, pays close attention to detail.
D.
I would say D as well.
Good job. Good job.
Hell yeah.
See, it works when you guys work together.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got
I made eye contact with her. She knew what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I say B or D. Hard one. D?
My gosh, this is a dynamic duo right here.
We got this. We got this. We're good.
So
We're good.
now you guys have to get 100% on this whole thing.
Yeah.
No pressure. Yeah, no, this is fine.
A shoelace ironer is someone who does what? A, leaves dinner without paying. B, obsesses over wrinkles. C, snitches. Or D, pays close attention to detail.
Last one.
There you go. They pay close attention to detail. You a shoelace ironer. Who irons their shoelace? Okay, a shoelace ironer. It kind of makes sense what it means. It means someone who pays far too much attention to details. So in context, it's almost like, I see you iron your shoelace and polish your buttons. Brad is a shoelace ironer. All right, 6, in Arabic, they say the words, I wish built no house. What does this mean? A, always look on the bright side. B, hope isn't enough to get things accomplished. C, you need a strong foundation before starting anything. Or D, hire a contractor to build your house.
I think it's C.
C. But D's are pretty good advice.
Yeah, that's true.
C.
Yeah.
It's B, and you kind of got it. You kind of knew it. Hope isn't enough to get things accomplished.
We almost had
That we almost had it. All
You
right.
almost did.
Our streak is done.
And I saw you nod too.
Gut instinct. I was like,
The words I wish built no house. There's a much older English cliche that says hope is not a strategy, meaning you have to put in work to achieve your goals. So no wishing, put in that work. In Chinese, a person who is blowing the cow is what? Get your mind out the gutter. A, rich. B, conceited. C, dumb. D, throwing a fit.
I'm gonna go with rich.
A person who is blowing the cow is what? Are they rich? Yeah.
I think it's the last one.
Throwing a fit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another chance.
Is it dumb?
Woo, another chance.
Oh,
A person who is, quote, blowing the cow is what? A, rich. B, conceited. C, dumb. Or D, throwing a fit.
B or D, I would say.
Okay, you're gonna have to pick one.
Can I pick both?
You cannot.
I'll pick whatever you don't pick. I'll pick D.
Wow.
I'm putting the final answer in.
Wow, I'm never playing cards with you. B.
Maybe you should because you just won. Blowing the cow, listen. Don't put too much thought into that. This means being full of yourself. I think you guys have heard the saying, blowing smoke up someone's butt. All right? Don't be full of yourself. All right, Brad Squad, there you have it. Another successful and fun game. I hope that you guys learned as much as I did. A lot of different phrases and their meanings from all over the world. This was actually really fun, and I hope that you guys actually played. I'm gonna actually be checking right now. All right, back to the studio.
All right, so we finally got our phone lines in order. Sandra from San Antonio, how are you?
I am fine, Brad. How are you
Sorry
doing?
to keep you waiting all this time. I really hope I can help you now. I know you waited a very long time to speak to me, so my apologies to you.
Trust me, I know you can help me.
Okay.
Only have one question to ask.
Yes.
I'm asking for a friend, though. Definitely a friend.
It's definitely a friend.
She,
Because you know
definitely.
everyone in the comments are going to be like, yeah, friend, right.
Yes, I know, because I listen to your show, and I read all those comments, so I know.
But this is really a friend. This is not for Sandra.
This is really, this is really my friend.
Okay.
Anyway, she has a 19-year-old daughter. She recently got married before the child turned 18. She's thinking about putting in, her husband, I should say, thinking about petition for the child. So I'm wondering if it can work. In fact, I researched it and they said that if the marriage was done before she turned 18, it can work. But I guess she consulted a lawyer, and the lawyer is saying that it can work. So I don't know.
So the husband, who's a U.S. citizen, married the daughter before she was 18 years. Married the mother before the daughter was 18 years old. So that establishes a step-parent relationship. So now the relationship is established. If the you're a stepfather of this child because the marriage happened before 18. So now,
no, sorry, my bad. The child happened the marriage happened after the child turned 18.
So if the marriage happened after the child turned 18, then there was no step-parent relationship that was established. And then that lawyer is correct. It's because there's no step-parent relationship that's established, a step-parent can't file for a stepchild. The concept is this. You have to have a relationship under the Immigration Nationality Act to file for a child. So that relationship would be a biological mother, a biological father, a step-parent, or an adopted parent. And all of those relationships between biological parent, step-parent, and adopting parent have their own rules. So for biological parents, you're the biological parent. Go file for your child. For step-parent, you're only a step-parent if the marriage happened before the child turned 18, the marriage to a biological parent. And then for an adopting parent, the adoption has to happen before 16. So in this particular case, no. Now, once the mother gets her green card, even the 2-year green card, then she can turn around and file for her permanent resident, for her child, even as a conditional resident. She doesn't have to wait for the 10-year green card.
Okay, then. But this lawyer is telling her otherwise, which I told her to consult someone else to find out, because I know if you pay them, once you pay the money through, for instance, she applied and she paid the money, send the application, is that money refundable or it's not refundable?
It's not refundable. And B, you are risking a very high risk of getting put in deportation when the case gets denied. Now, the other thing, this child's 19.
This child, she's 19.
Correct?
Yes, she's 19 and 16 to be, I think she's 19, 16 to be 20 this year, I think.
Lives with the mother?
No, in fact, she's in Jamaica, but the mother is here.
Oh, she's in Jamaica. All right, because I was going to say, if she was here, then we can talk about a SIJ, but she's in Jamaica, no. So what has to happen, she's not going to get deported, you're going to lose the money. This case is going to get denied. That's
okay, and if she's here, because she's planning on coming up, and if they go ahead and put petition for her, then it's a no-no case, just the same.
It would be a no-no case just the same. Now, did the mother get a green card?
No, she's in the process of getting it. She already applied for a green card and everything, but COVID-19.
Now, hypothetically, I'm going to give you the hypothetical. All right, and you got to read between the lines. Okay, hypothetically, let's assume the mother gets her green card before the child's 21. Okay, and when the mother gets her green card, the child happens to be in the United States legally, has not overstayed the visa, but is in legal status. If the child is under 21, the mother's a lawful resident as of the last year, priority dates have been current for that particular category. So even as a conditional resident, the mother can put in her adjustment immediately.
Okay.
So, if I was the mother, this is what my advice would be. As soon as I get that visa appointment, and I know I'm getting my green card, just by happenstance, hypothetically, just coincidentally, whatever word you want to use, the daughter decides to visit mom. I'm coming to visit mom. Just hypothetical coming to visit. And by the way, mom's getting her green card next week or in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. Just coincidence. And she comes to visit for the intent of visiting. You got to read between the lines. And after she stays here for 90 days, mom has her green card already by then. Mom could turn around and file her adjustment, provided she's under 21 and priority dates remain current.
Okay, I got you.
Got it? All right. All right, good luck.
All right, thanks, Ben.
Thanks for, I gave you a long one. I know you were like, all right, go. But you waited so long.
No.
I wanted to make sure you got everything, okay?
I got it, and I definitely need to call you for a consultation.
All right, wonderful. All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. But not for Sandra. That was for Sandra's friend. What do you guys think? All right, let's go to Sheehan in Houston, Texas. Sheehan.
Oh, hi, Brad. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I actually have like a query. I don't know if I should be like worrying about it if it's like a major thingy.
What?
But like I recently got my green card and that put my middle initial in my actually on my name, but on the machine readable part it has my whole name. So like, should I be worrying about it? Because
they put your middle initial and what's the problem?
They put my middle initial. It has my first name, my last name, but only my middle initial, which is my actual name, which is Sheehan. Actually, this is what I'm known by actually.
What's your last? So they only have Sheehan, and let's say your middle initial is M. All your green card says is Sheehan M.
No, it actually says Syed S. Ahmed. So like it omitted the Sheehan. It abbreviated to S. Now I've also read on the internet that it has like a character limitation because if you go beyond the character limit, then they won't put it on the green card, right?
Your first name's on there?
My first name is on there. My last name is on there. Yes, sir.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, but the machine readable part has my entire name, so like I shouldn't be worrying about it. But I was like concerned about it.
Don't worry about it. You have a very long name. They can't fit it on the card.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good day.
Good luck. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Natalie on Worcester, Massachusetts. Natalie.
Yes. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
What's going on?
Okay. I have 2 questions to ask. Number one, you hear me, Claire?
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Number one, I came up here on a B2 visa, where I literally overstayed my visa. Okay, number one.
Right.
Number two, I'm not saying that it's, well, we can look at it as work, where while I was here, my neighbor asked me to hold the kids after school because the nanny was out on vacation.
Okay.
And she paid me.
Okay.
But what I did, I got paid. I applied for a tax ID and I paid my tax from that. It was just for a short period of time.
Okay.
Okay, my problem now is that my daughter's petition for me. And there are 2 questions that came. The petition was accepted and everything, and I'm asked to send in the I-485, whatever. Can't remember that.
Wait, Natalie, let me ask you a question. How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay. And when did your dad file for you?
My daughter, March. It was in March.
Okay. Just recently filed for you, correct?
Yes.
And your dad's a U.S. citizen?
My daughter's a U.S. citizen.
Oh, your daughter's filing for you. My apologies.
Yes.
You said your dad. Okay. No. So your daughter is filing for you. All right, let me tell you the rules, because I hear where your concern is. You worked out of status. How's that going to affect everything?
Yes.
Okay, and my answer to you is this. If your daughter, who is a U.S. citizen, she's over 21, she's putting in the adjustment for you, or you're filing your adjustment, your daughter's filing for you, however you want to phrase it, the fact that you worked out of status is not a bar to getting a green card. Under the law, immediate relatives, people who are U.S. citizen daughters, sons filing for their parents, people who are married to U.S. citizens, children under 21 are immediate relatives. The fact that they worked out of status is not a reason to deny a green card. So the answer, the basic answer is tell the truth, because the only way you can be denied your green card is by lying for misrepresentation. So if a question is, did you work? And you say, I never worked, and it turns out you worked, well, now you're looking at misrepresentation issues. But if you say, did you work, and you answer the question honestly, that's not a reason to deny you. So you might as well be honest with a caveat. Okay? No, caveat means exception. What the one exception is, if your employment was within the first 90 days of your entry into America, that in of itself is a misrepresentation. So you can't be working the first 90 days here.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Got it. All right, good luck.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Khalil in Milford, Connecticut. Khalil.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Brad. How are you doing?
Good.
So I have a question that my wife is a U.S. citizen, and I'm on F1 visa. If we file our taxes jointly, and if IRS send us the stimulus payments, will this come under the public charge?
If IRS sends what statement?
Sorry?
What you're on a student visa and you want to file a joint tax return with your wife, and your question was if IRS sends you what? I didn't hear that last part.
Stimulus payment.
A stimulus payment. That is not a public charge. Okay, now got to be careful on an F1 visa. If you indicate that you're working as well, then that would invalidate your F1 visa. Although if you're married to a U.S. citizen, it really wouldn't matter.
I'm only working. I'm only working on campus.
Okay, so you're working legally on your student visa. So then, yeah, file a joint tax return. You should, and if you get a stimulus check, and you should get that as well. Bravo for both of you.
So should we return that, or
don't return it. Keep it.
Okay. And second, my question is
it won't affect your immigration. Keep it.
And secondly, I had insurance through Massachusetts Health Connectors last year.
Right.
So and that in that we got advanced premium tax credit, and Massachusetts is basically a state health insurance marketplace.
Right.
So does getting the advanced premium tax credit 1095A form?
No, I don't. Getting health insurance in a marketplace is not a positive or a negative as far as immigration is concerned. It's nothing.
So it will not negatively hurt.
It will not. It doesn't positively help you, and it doesn't negatively hurt you.
Okay,
if it's Medicaid, that's a different story. But if it's through an exchange, it's not a problem.
Okay, so I had this insurance, and I had already dropped this in last March 2019.
Do you need health insurance right now? It's always good.
I'm on private health insurance.
Then keep your private health insurance. It's better.
Okay, and the last thing is if
the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why private health insurance is better. All right, because I just don't want to say it's better and just throw it out there. The reason it's better is when you fill out the 944 form, and you have to show that you can self-support yourself. Having private insurance is a positive asset on that form. Having the health insurance through an exchange is neither. So it actually helps your case having the private insurance. Also, probably have better health insurance. So for both, that's good.
Okay, so when we will be filling that I-944 form, so will we be saying that we have taken the public benefit in the past by taking the
That's not a public, it's not a public benefit. It's through the exchange.
Okay, some people say to me, you have taken, this will come under public charge or public benefit.
Not the way you describe it to me. Now, I don't know every last government benefit in all 50 states, because the form does say if you take public benefits that are need-based, meaning that they only give it to people who are below the poverty level, that could be a need-based, below the poverty level government benefit that you took. But based on what you told me, it doesn't sound like it. But if you want to have a consultation with me, we could certainly review it, and I could look up what you're talking about.
And Brad, the last thing, if the F1 students work by chance, by any mistake, work, so will they, I'm on F1 visa, if one student works more than 20 hours by mistake.
Then you violated your student visa status, but as long as it happened more than 90 days after your last entry into America and you're married to an American citizen, that's unlawful employment, but who cares? You're married to an American citizen. Just file your adjustment. Just like I said, the last caller, an immediate relative unlawfully employed, as long as it's not within the first 90 days of the last entry, is fine.
Okay, but like I didn't work like more than 20 hours by myself because when my university.
Khalil, I've just answered all of your questions. We got to get to the next one.
Okay,
But I'm happy to have a consultation with you. Hold on. All right, let's go to Heather in Trenton, New Jersey. Heather.
Hi, Brad. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm good. I'm losing my mind, so I'll just tell you what's going on. So my fiance is detained in Essex County, New Jersey. ICE has him. He had an order of removal in absentia in December 2018. So they first picked him up in December 2017, and he posted bail February 2018. So then in March, he went to Newark, and he did a change of address because someone was threatening his mail. And then 9 months later, his court appearance or his court date came, but he never got anything in the mail. So he was ordered.
Did they mail it to the old address?
The people are saying they didn't get anything. So, I mean, we don't have any proof of anything.
We don't know where anything was mailed. All right. And
right, exactly.
Why was he in deportation?
Well, he came here legally on a visa with his mom when he was 17, and then went to high school, went to 2 years of training, tech school, and didn't really know he was illegal until after, like, he was in his, like, early 20s. And so he just got picked up when he was, like, 25, and
He has
then
no criminal record.
now when he does have pending cases, but he has no convictions.
What are the pending
So,
cases?
and it's, okay, so he kind of threatened me, so he has a terroristic threat restraining order, and a criminal mischief.
All right, that's it.
And he has he has another criminal mischief from 2014 and a trespassing. Those are pending. He has court for that on the 30th of this month.
All right. So we have multiple issues here. Okay.
Right. Well, we want to reopen the order of extension, but here's the thing: we don't have any proof.
All right.
And FOIA takes forever, and they're shipping people out every day, like every other day at 2 a.m.
That is correct. So this is what needs to happen. Okay. At some point, you either have to do a FOIA, or if we don't have time for a FOIA, we just have to make presumptions. Okay. Now, what the law says is this. Okay. The law says they have to give you notice. They have to give you notice of a court hearing. Okay. We have proof that he made a change of address and he never got the notice, right? So what we would need to do is just have to take things on presumptions. Number one, we would have to get an affidavit from the neighbor or the people who are in the house now that where he changed his address, saying they live there, they get their mail every day, they never received any notice for a court date for him. Then I don't know, does he have roommates or he lives by himself? He would have to sign an affidavit. I live in this place, I never got anything, and I even put a change of address. So there's a presumption that if something gets put in the mail, it comes to you. But then if you have people saying, I get the mail every day, I never saw anything, that rebuts the presumption that he never received the mail. We don't know where this notice was mailed to. We don't have time, obviously, to find out because he's going to get deported imminently. So we just have to take every possibility and rebut it. It didn't get mailed to the old address. We have an affidavit from that person saying he never got it. Didn't get mailed to this new address. The people who live in this new address, my roommate and me both sign applications or affidavits, or I just live by myself. I sign it myself. I never received it. I would have been more than happy to show up to court. I didn't receive it. And now you have built a case without getting any file or record anywhere that he never got notice. And if he didn't get notice, then it's a violation of his rights. So that's how I would handle it if everybody's concerned they're going to ship him out at 2 a.m. before anybody gets a FOIA.
Right. Got it.
So,
is it possible? Do you think that we should touch the
now, by the way,
Contreras case?
After that, yes,
Okay.
you would also ask to have him released because of Corona. He's not a flight risk. And then also, we have to figure out how to get rid of this restraining order. He has to be found innocent of any sort of terroristic threat or domestic violence case. Then you have to marry him when he gets out, and then file an adjustment. So there's a lot to do.
Right. What about the Pereira case, the Pereira sessions? Do you think that we should touch on that? Because I know that 72 hours after they're detained, they get a MTA, but it didn't have the time or date on it. So I'm thinking
I think we could. I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can throw everything in.
Leave that alone?
My opinion is he didn't get notice. It's a constitutional violation. Okay, so he knew to show. He knew to show up to court. He was released on bail. So whether to say because they didn't get, there was some technical difficulty because of Pereira, he should be released. I don't think that's as strong a case arguing some technical, procedural thing as a constitutional violation, which is you're supposed to tell me when and where to show up so I could defend myself. You never did.
Okay, great.
That to me is the
Thank
strongest
you so much.
argument. All right.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, because we have no proof and it's taking forever. Thank you.
You just get affidavit and say it didn't happen. Boom, file it, because you don't have choices at this point.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hold on.
Bye-bye.
All right. Whoop, I guess hold on. All right, let's go to Eduardo in Oakland, California. Eduardo.
Hi, Brad. How's it going?
How are you?
Good, man. I just have 2 questions for you. The first one is I sent in my I-751 back in February, but I haven't done my biometrics yet. Do you think are they open it soon? Do you think I'll be called in for my biometrics, or do you have any update?
Yeah, the update is they're going to use your old biometrics. So as long as you got a receipt notice saying that your green card's extended, they're going to use your old biometrics. They're not going to call you in to do it.
So you don't think I'm going to do a new one for the I-751 this year?
Correct. But as long as you have an extension notice, that means everything's fine.
And can I travel out of the country fine with that notice?
If you have the notice and the expired green card, absolutely you can fly out of the country.
Okay, cool. And second question is, my friend is also in the same situation, but what happened was she sent the I-751 and she did the biometrics and everything, but they're divorcing. And I think the divorce just came out. It's in Florida. So she wants to know,
she has to convert the case to a waiver of the joint application for the I-751 based on the divorce and prove that it was a bona fide marriage up to the time that the divorce started. So she has to do it on her own.
Okay, but the thing is, her kid, right, I think he's 22. He got his green card, right, through her old husband. But he already got the 10-year one. Does he have to do anything?
Nope. Only she does.
Okay, because he has even traveled out of the country and, went back and forth and they never questioned anything.
It's fine.
Huh?
It's fine. They proved it.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Sounds great, man. Right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Jose in Philadelphia. Jose.
Hello?
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Well, I have a question about my biometrics appointment. They already I got an appointment for next week. Mm-hmm. But now I'm scared because my aunt was helping me out fill out the unemployment claim. Mm-hmm. And she made a mistake because she didn't even ask me. She assumed I was a U.S. citizen, and she marked me as a U.S. citizen. Now, she marked me as a U.S. citizen on my unemployment claim.
That's a problem because you made a false claim to U.S. citizenship. Nothing's going to happen at the biometric, but you got a problem for making a false claim to U.S. citizenship. You need a consultation, and you need a private consultation. So hold on one second. Let's go to Joseph in the Bronx. Joseph. Joseph in the Bronx.
Yeah, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I only have a few questions. I was able to apply for the VAWA case, and my case was approved. So last year, they sent me the prima facie approval of the case with like government assistance for 1 year, so they are able to make a decision on my case. So right now, with the pandemic going on right now, I just want to know how the VAWA case or the prima facie case is going on.
How's it going on? They're still processing them. It's good. It may take them 2 years, 2.5 years to go through everybody's cases. They're taking a very, very long time, but eventually you'll get through.
Okay. But and also I applied for the unemployment because every year I renew my working authorization.
Yeah, if you have a work authorization, you can apply for the unemployment. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to Marina in Washington. Marina.
Yes.
How are you?
Hello.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a quick question. I studied a VAWA application in Washington, D.C., and I'm wondering if I can transfer it to Houston.
You can. Why do you want to transfer a case from Washington to Houston?
Because the abuse is just too much. That my abuse is just out of control.
All right.
So thinking that I wanted to.
So you're married to a U.S. citizen. The abuse is out of control. You want to leave the home in Washington, get out of town, get away from this guy, and move to Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have a friend that lives there.
You should do that. Now, let me give you some advice.
Okay.
You filed an adjustment application already?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So when you move out, you're never going to go back to this home. You want to move out with all the documents that you can put together and throw in your suitcase to prove you and your husband live together. Because as part of the abuse case that you're going to file, you have to prove that it was a bona fide marriage. And it's going to.
No, I already filed the VAWA.
Did you file it? But again.
Yes.
Are you living with your husband?
No, he doesn't live here, but he has access to where I live.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because he constantly makes threats.
Yeah, so then the answer is go move to Houston and you do an AR-11 and just transfer your address then.
Okay, I can just transfer my address.
Yes.
That's going to be all.
Yeah, AR-11. Correct. That's the answer.
AR-11. Okay. And what are the repercussions of that? Is that going to be any further delay or my process will be pushed back?
Maybe delay a little bit, but I don't think that much. Because it's going to take you 2 years to review your VAWA anyway.
Yes, and another thing that is really crucial is that, I'm working for a friend who pays me, and is that a problem because I haven't received my EAD yet?
No, working out of status as a VAWA applicant is not a problem.
It's not a problem?
No.
So even though I'm on VAWA, so I can continue to work?
Yes.
As long as I don't claim false, I do any false claims to citizenship.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't make any false claims.
So my answer is simple. You're working out of status.
Yes.
You're not working legally. That does not bar you from getting a green card through VAWA.
Okay, so that doesn't bar me for. Oh, thank you so much for your help.
Okay, Marina. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, let's go to Dawin in Arlington, Virginia. Dawin.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. God bless you, by the way.
This is Dwayne. My apologies. Dwayne, how are you? Was this Dwayne or what is your name?
Dwayne. Yeah, DeWitt. Michael, yeah, DeWitt. Yeah, how are you, Brad? I talked to you last time, though. It's been like 4 or 5 months ago, but yeah, I have a question, Brad. My question is my wife, came from Ethiopia. I sponsor her. I'm a U.S. citizen, and she has a green card right now. And I'm trying to do a removal condition in the, in the future with you, maybe in June. It's going to be on January. But I was thinking that, because, since, she's receiving Section 8 house with me and, kind of Medicare, is that going to be issue when she do a removal condition or when she do her citizenship? Because of now, a lot of laws are being changed with the public charge and stuff like that. And I was just worried, my wife worried too.
All right. So who's the U.S. citizen?
I'm the U.S.
Okay,
citizen.
all right. So my answer to you is this. It's not going to affect your wife's green card because the laws change prospectively for any adjustment applications filed after February of 2020. So your wife had her adjustment and got her green card well before this. So it has no effect because the I-751, they're not questioning whether or not she's a public charge, and on her citizenship, they're not questioning whether she's a public charge. So for her to remove the conditions and to become a citizen, the new public charge rules will have no effect on your wife whatsoever. The only thing you have to worry is that you signed an affidavit of support for her, and she is getting public assistance, and the government can always go after you to get reimbursed for this public assistance. If they do, you would be the unfortunate first person I ever heard that the government went after. I never heard them go after anybody. So, but now Trump threatens that he's going to start going after people, but those so far has all been threats. I've never seen them do it.
Okay, so she can receive a benefit, right? The Section 8 or the Medicare, fine. There's nothing effect on the condition or her citizenship, right?
Right. The only
that's
thing
good.
she has to worry about, only thing that anyone has to worry about in this scenario is the people who sign the affidavits of support. But as I said, I've never seen the government go after anybody.
Okay, because she have a green card, she's okay.
Correct.
Okay, Brad, so I'm going to call you on January 1st, to do removal condition. I'm living in Virginia, but, I know you the best, and, I'll follow you and everything, all I'm going to say is God bless you and all your staff members.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
All right, let's go to Christine in Houston, Texas. Christine.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm going to know about the DACA if I'm eligible to apply in my siblings.
You can put in new applications now if you've never applied before. You had to be here prior to 2007, June of 2007, been under 16. How old are you now?
I'm 16.
You're 16 now. When did you come to the United States?
Not so long ago, 2018.
Then you would not be eligible for DACA. What you would be eligible for, who do you live with right now?
My mom.
Where's your dad?
He died.
Okay. So what you would be eligible for is a special immigrant juvenile petition to get your green cards.
Special what?
Special immigrant juvenile petition.
Okay, how do I go about that?
You would have to go to family court. Somebody would have to get legal guardianship of you and show a family court judge that it's not in your best interest to be returned home because you got no family to go to back home. Your mom's here and your dad passed back home. So you would win that case every day. And then if you get the SIJ and get this special order from a family court judge, you could turn around and apply for your green card. What I would suggest you do is for you and your siblings, you're 16 years old, is have an adult call me and have a consultation, adult who wants to help you, whether it's your mother or somebody else. And I'll be happy to go through it and explain what to do to get you your green cards.
Okay, can you repeat the first thing you said? The juvenile, whatever?
SIJ, which is Special Immigrant Juvenile.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
My mom is not a citizen. We're not.
That's fine. You could be out of status and get legal guardianship of your child and get the SIJ. So we can help you one way or the other, whether it's your mom or somebody else. All right. So hold on one second. Let your mom. You can watch this in perpetuity. So tell your mom to watch this segment later on YouTube or Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's go to Mohammed in New Orleans. Mohammed will be our last call of the night. Mohammed.
Hello, Brad. How you doing? Good.
What's going on?
My question is, I have been a lawful permanent resident since December 2017 based on spouse abuse, VAWA. And I would like to know when I have to file for citizenship.
You got the green card in 2017?
Yes, sir.
What month?
December 14, 2017.
Okay, and the abuse was through a U.S. citizen. Your wife or your ex-wife was a U.S. citizen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 3 years from December 2017 is December 2020. So you can file in December 2020, less 90 days. So right. So sometime in October 2017, you can file for your citizenship.
Okay, but I have been out of the country for a couple of times for 3 months, 2 months, 2 times, so it's not going to affect.
As long as you were not out for more than 2 or 3 months at a time, and if we were to add up all the time between December 2017 and December 2020, at least 18 of 36 months in the United States, you can become a citizen.
Okay, so. But I'm still married with her. I still not divorce her. So
you can divorce her.
I can divorce her. Okay, but if I didn't divorce her, it's still gonna affect.
Nope. Whether you stay married or divorce her has no effect on your citizenship.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your help.
All right. Thank you. All right. So we went a little out of order today. We had technical difficulties again, but we got through it all. Sorry for that, Yonathan and Vanessa. We got to do something we like to call speed round. I'm going to answer 9 immigration questions in 50 seconds, and hopefully we can do it.
Fast.
That means fast. Speed round means fast. Race cars, the graphic means it's going to be fast. We're not showing turtles up there. We're showing race cars, which means I'm going to answer these as fast as I can.
And you said we're doing 10?
We're doing 9 in 50 seconds.
All right.
9 in 50
you're gonna start it off,
seconds.
Yo-Yo.
Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Do you have to be literate in English to get a green card?
No.
If I have a 10-year green card, can I apply for citizenship?
You have to be 5 years green card holder.
Under the Trump administration, do undocumented immigrants qualify to complete a census?
They should, but he just signed an executive order saying not to, but it should, and there's going to be a lawsuit.
Can a child be deported alone?
Yes.
Can I file for a green card for my immediate relative?
Your immediate relative would be a spouse, child under 21, or a parent if you're a U.S. citizen.
If I'm undocumented and file for a green card, will I get myself deported?
Not if you get a green card, you won't. Only if you get your case lost. Oh, no, not again.
If I'm...
Didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Time crunch. Hey, man.
The place, they blew it up so much that our entire studio, I just cleaned it up. It's now black. All right.
It's gone.
All right. By the way, to go back and answer that one question, if you have a 10-year green card and you're married to a U.S. citizen, a bona fide marriage, you can do it after 3 years. And what were the other 2 questions that we missed?
If I'm undocumented, will ICE deport me if they find me?
Perhaps, yeah. You'll certainly be put in deportation.
If I have a green card but my child is born in the U.S., does he become an automatic citizen?
He becomes an automatic U.S. citizen if your child is born in the United States, correct.
Is a PPP...
Oh, that was 9.
Is that it?
That's 9.
Is a PPP loan considered a public charge?
No, that's Paycheck Protection Program. No.
All right.
All right. Comments of the day.
All right, our first comment of the day comes from Akila Prasad saying, "Good day, everyone. Where does Brad get this energy from? It's absolutely contagious. All you guys look lovely today." Aw, nice.
Magic 8 Ball. Is it a Trenta Starbucks iced coffee that gives me this energy?
Ooh, that sounds so good right now.
It says absolutely. It is.
I miss the studio days.
All right.
I miss the coffee runs pre-studio days.
Yes.
I know.
All right, our next comment of the day. Jewel Mata saying, "Hi, Brad. You make me laugh all the time. Have a blessed evening, my friend."
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, our next one is talking about the Hump Day news. This is from Elizabeth Jusso saying, laughing my lungs out.
It was a funny one today. It was a funny one today. Bravo,
It was.
bravo to the Brad Show crew for coming up with those stories.
Those are great.
Yes.
And our last comment of the day comes from Don Harriet, and she says, I missed my favorite show. It feels so good to be back.
Thank you, Dawn. We missed you too. And tomorrow, we will be back live with, we'll say hello to the squad. We'll check in with Yo-Yo and Vanessa. We'll schmooze. We'll do wacky news from around the world. We will answer your live immigration calls, social media. We will also be showing you an interview. And finally, a speed round that hopefully will win in that order. Well, my name's not Uncle Brad. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Great job. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?